Hello, Aries. My name is Jillian West, and if your sun, moon, or rising is in the sign of Aries, then this reading might be for you. This is a collective love reading, so just take the messages that resonate, but we'll get right into this and see what messages the cards have for you. Okay, so the sun in reverse. So the sun is happiness. It's a bright season. It's, everything falling into place, and it's fun, it's joyful, it's bright. And so when it's in reverse, you might be coming out of a season where things have been really challenging. Things haven't been feeling that bright. You've had some struggles, but now things are going to become a lot easier. There might just be some blockages or there were delays in getting there, but that sun is kind of on the horizon. All right, let's get into this reading and see what other messages come up. Okay, so Ace of Cups in reverse. This is interesting. This could be, a new love opportunity that, fizzled, or, it's that a situationship that was really, intense, and then it just kind of faded away. Or you went on a few dates with someone and now you're kind of wondering, you're left wondering how they're feeling. It could also be the ending of a longer term relationship. Yeah, Temperance in reverse. Some kind of lack of harmony or balance in this dynamic. I get the sense that maybe one person is more interested in the other. Somebody here is holding back. One person is really giving. It could be in their communication or their time, and the other person just isn't giving as much. So now there's this feeling of like wanting to protect yourself, or you don't want to get hurt. You're holding back, and this could be their energy too. It could be switched here. But there's somebody here who is holding back and, kind of in self-preservation mode, not wanting to get hurt, not wanting to be vulnerable. Maybe they've been hurt in the past. Now it's kind of like you're at this crossroads, and it's like, where is this journey going? Where is this relationship going? There's kind of this wondering, what does the future hold here? The Three of Wands also deals with travel. So some of you might be planning a trip. There could be distance between you and this person, quite literally, like physical distance. Okay, but then we're getting the Empress. So this is, it's a very loving energy. It's a Venetian card. Venus is the planet that rules love. And, the Empress is, it can be a masculine or feminine. It is a divine feminine energy, but men can also tap into that side of themselves that is very nurturing, very loving. It's like this person is going to reopen up out of this overly protective energy. Okay, and then we're getting the Page of Wands in reverse. This is interesting. It seems like, again, with the Temperance in reverse, it's like two people that, one takes a step forward and the other one takes a step back. So then they take a step back and the other one takes a step forward. There's kind of this push and pull. But with the wands, especially the Page of Wands, there's this attraction. The Empress is a very, I'm trying to think of a good, it deals with areas of like feminine reproduction. So I'm trying to think of like a YouTube safe way of saying this. So there is this connection here. There is this desire to spend time together, but it feels like there's this ping-ponging of interest. Okay, but then we're getting the World. So everything could be falling into place here, or it could be that whatever this loss was, it is part of some kind of divine plan here to get you to where you actually are supposed to be, to get you on the path you're supposed to be on. Yeah, with the Temperance in reverse, it's like there's some kind of disconnect here where there were plans of, all this fun together. You may have envisioned you and this person having, a really bright, happy, joyful summer together. And now there's this, is it going to happen? But again, there's this like ping-ponging. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like both people are being a little hot and cold here. Again, there's this feeling of like you guys are going to hit this crossroad where there's a lot of, is this going to work out? Is this going anywhere? And both people are kind of hesitant to make any definitive decision here. I almost get situationship energy off of it, or just starting to date someone, and it's that like, okay, we had 2 great dates and now what are we doing? Or, a more short-term relationship where at times it feels like, oh, I could see myself spending forever with this person. This person, you know, it fulfills all the things I'm looking for in a partner. And then there's this energy shift and suddenly there's this like hopelessness around it. Somebody here is really struggling with overthinking, maybe even anxiety and depression. It's like what they aren't saying, because the swords deal with the mind and communication. And so it's like what they aren't saying, it's all in their head. And again, it's like there's this point here where there's a lot of questions about how the other is feeling, questions about if this relationship is going to work out. And it's like one person doesn't want to face it. One person doesn't want to make a decision, and the other person's like overthinking it. Just a second. Just need to get water. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay. The Empress with the 7 of Swords in reverse with it. It's like somebody's not being totally forthcoming. They're really good at putting up a mask of, I do think it's a feminine energy, but it could also be a masculine, where they put up this really sweet, really soft side to them. But at moments, there's kind of this mask slipping. Yeah, it's like, it could also that like this other person's, unwillingness to commit, or this other person's unwillingness to put the work into this relationship, kind of causes that other person to fear that there's some kind of betrayal here, worry that there's something they aren't telling them, a little bit of paranoia maybe. Yeah, I almost feel like maybe there were attempts to break up, attempts to walk away. Again, I'm getting this feeling of this relationship that's maybe on again, off again, situationship, hot and cold. Because somebody here just has these unnecessary walls up. Getting a lot of air sign off this. They just have these walls up that need to come down. And there's this inaction, and there's this frustration with a failure for this relationship to really push forward to the next level. Again, it's like, I don't want to say it's like game playing. It's like maybe right person, wrong time. Push, pull. Again, it's this idea that one person takes a step forward, the other person takes a step back, and then both people are like, how does the other person feel? There's a lot of anxiety around this, a lot of hurt feelings. Then we get a lot of conflict too. There may have been even some kind of conflict between the two of you. All right, where is this headed? Like, where is this headed? We get the Tower card in reverse. Okay. Yeah, there may have been some kind of separation or another separation coming. It's like this person pushes you away. Cut off, communication. Maybe even like a ghosting because of the abruptness of the Tower. Yeah, and then I'm like, and then we get the Knight of Wands. I was like, where is this going? It's like the moment you let go, the moment that you accept that, okay, we're going different ways, it's like that's when they're going to come back in with the Knight of Wands. That's very passionate. That's very attracted to you. It's like, I don't want to say it's toxic, but it's like two people who can't, I don't know. This is a different kind of reading. If you watch my readings, you know that like this is a very specific story. I don't know Who's situated, but it feels like a situationship, or it feels like an on again, off again. Like, will they, won't they? All right, let's see what this card was. Oh, and then we get the Ten of Cups. Perfect. So the Ten of Cups is that happily ever after. It's two people who belong together. It is this potential, and you guys may, like, and again, because of like the timeline here with the cards, it's like you guys might have like met each other and been like, oh my gosh, this is the one. I see myself having a future with this person. And then it got complicated. Yeah. Page of Wands in reverse again. So that could actually be your energy, if I'm being honest with you, because we're getting a lot of fire down here. Of like, not, you know, not ready to let go of some freedom, some, you know, it's like one person might be more interested in the other person. One person's looking for commitment, the other one's not. And there's just a lot of miscommunications or even a lack of communication. Like they're just not, it's two people who just need to be honest with each other about their feelings and about what's going on. There's a little bit of concern with this Seven of Swords in reverse, that there's somebody here who's masking, a little bit deceptive. Because there's this Two of Cups potential. It's like these two people could be coming together, but it's like all these roadblocks. And it just feels like, I don't know. Two people who are interested in each other, but maybe there's this pride here. Maybe it's too much of like game playing. Maybe it's too much of these like modern, I really am not a fan of like modern dating rules, like TikTok accounts or like Instagrams that are like, you know, if they wanted to, they would, this or that, you know what I mean? Like if they don't do this, this is what that text means, what it's, you know, it's like, it's people who get caught up in all of that instead of just going back to the basics of like, do I enjoy spending time with this person? Yes, then keep spending time with them. It's really not that complicated. Like, just make plans with them. It doesn't matter who makes plans first. It feels like a lot of this, like, I don't know. Because there is this potential here with the Queen of Cups. And especially with the Empress, it's like there's this really loving, sweet energy here. And then there's also this like deep attraction and somebody who really wants to spend time with you. Just got to get out of your heads. It feels like game playing, to be honest with you. Okay. Now we're getting like Lovers in reverse. It's like, again, this ping-ponging of, it's like a tug of war of two people who could be really good together, almost soulmate connection. We're getting Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, the Lovers, Queen of Cups. These are like all the heavy hitter cards of like truly a deep loving relationship. Maybe there's just a lot of wounds here, a lot of baggage, a lot of like unhealed stuff that needs to be worked out. All right, I'm going to see how this plays out. I'm going to go like distant future and just get some insight into the future for this connection. All right, show me the cards here for Aries. What do they need to know? Where is this headed? Okay, a conversation. There's definitely going to be some kind of conversation. It might not be the most in depth, but at least there's going to be this opening up to one another. All this, some kind of offering that it's going to make you feel a lot more optimistic about this. It might not be the commitment that you're looking for right now. It might not be, but it might be enough to keep this going. Yeah. And then you guys are going to have this new, like a fresh start. This conversation that you guys are going to have, it's going to make you feel a lot more optimistic, and it's going to be like a fresh start for you. But again, it's like we're getting the Four of Wands in reverse again. And so it's this idea that one person is, you know, maybe even thinking marriage long term, and the other person just isn't there yet. But they're going to apologize. You guys are going to be able to put this behind you. I think they are going to take some accountability with that Seven of Swords in reverse. It makes me feel like they are self-aware. and they know that they're going to need to take some accountability. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm going to need one more on this. Okay, and then we get the 10. This is what I mean. I've never seen a more up and down. It's like the moment, and then you guys are going to, maybe this apology kind of, it goes well at first, but then there's this like losing that spark. And then we get the 10 of Pentacles, which is building a secure and happy life together. I don't know whose reading this is. I feel like you guys have a journey ahead of you. I feel like this isn't going to be a relationship that happens overnight. It's also not going to be slow and steady. It's going to be a little bit of highs and lows. And with all this page energy and page in reverse, I'm putting my finger on it right now. There's an age difference here, or there's somebody who's young in this, or there's just a maturity level difference. And so there's this person who is ready for, that 10 of Cups type of relationship, that 10 of Pentacles type of relationship. And the other person just isn't quite there maturity-wise yet. Getting Earth sign at the bottom. Yeah, so expect to hear from them soon. They'll be back. So if there has been a break in communication, they're going to be contacting you. So somebody else might have been trying to sabotage this relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be betrayal, though that with that 7 of Swords in reverse, it's definitely possible. And again, with the Page of Wands in reverse, it's like this fear of commitment. I hate to say it, intuitively what I'm getting off that is that this is somebody who might just like to flirt with other people still online, kind of flirt with somebody at work. And that's part of their, they don't want to lose, they kind of like being a flirt. They kind of like the attention, and they're not quite ready to give that up and really settle down. But this other person might be really ready for that. Ooh, and then we're getting water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Right as we come into Cancer season, we have a full moon coming up, I think either tonight or tomorrow morning. Interesting. So they can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This also could speak to a deep emotional connection, but also, and I don't want to try and predict the future with only hours ahead of me, because then it's going to be well, an hour has passed. But I'd be aware of this Cancer season and this Cancer full moon. It could be when this conversation comes in. That's what I would predict, but that's a risky prediction to make, because I mean, by the time I upload this, it might, but I'm just saying what the cards say. All right, let's get this final message here. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there is this difference here. We have a strong, stable, somebody who is really ready for that relationship, somebody who could provide a very safe relationship. And then we have somebody who is just not there yet. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy road to get there, but I do see this going the distance, at least. I mean, potentially ending up in that 10 of Pentacles. This could also be Earth sign. There was Earth sign at the bottom, so Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And we were getting air signs, so who knows? Well, all right, Aries. I hope this reading gave you some clarity, and I will talk to you all soon.